Yes, people, what's happening? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV and welcome to your Chelsea news video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV if you haven't done so. And as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below. And my God, there is a lot of news to get through, guys. There's so much that's been going on over the course of today and last night. There's so much to get into. £48 million bid rejected for Romeo Lavia. Tyler Adams has joined Chelsea. Caicedo, Brighton is saying that they want the saga resolved tonight. Tonight, they want it to be resolved. Liverpool are potentially trying to hijack the deal. They're looking to go in for a bid maybe as well. The Vlahovic-Lukaku swap deal is off. Kepa is reportedly close to Bayern Munich. There's so much going on. All the news is changing on an hourly basis to what's happening. So if this video goes out and things have changed, I'm not behind the times. It's just because I've recorded it at a time before the news has come out. But let's start with the big news then that's just breaking as I'm recording this, really. And that is that Liverpool are set to bid for Moises Caicedo. Fabrizio Romano providing the updates that Brighton want this resolved tonight as of Thursday evening. They want the Moises Caicedo saga resolved. They will sell to the highest bidder. Fabrizio Romano saying, understand Brighton want to resolve the Moises Caicedo saga tonight. Brighton have been clear, selling to the highest bidder. Liverpool will challenge Chelsea and also send a formal proposal bid to Brighton. Official bids will be there. Player position will be crucial as well. Now, it looks like we're coming to crunch times in the Caicedo saga. Chelsea have been at the front of the queue all summer long. There's only been one team in the race. Now Liverpool are trying to come in and hijack this move. Chelsea cannot afford to allow this to happen. Again, it's crucial that Liverpool sources state that they still believe that Caicedo favours a Chelsea move, and they're more just trying it to see what the market's like in case Chelsea and Brighton can't agree a deal. So a hijack, whilst would be terrible, is still, in my opinion, unlikely. I think a bid will go in, but it's clear that Chelsea have been working on it all summer. Caicedo wants the Chelsea move, and it would be very, very embarrassing for us, the sporting directors, the owners and whatnot, that if this saga, for the one player that we've chased all summer and desperately wanted, that we get pipped at the post by Liverpool, it would be unforgivable in my eyes. So we are heading into crucial hours in the Moises Caicedo update, people. Crucial hours here. And Chelsea's plan all along has been to unveil him one way or another on Sunday. We would need an official here we go from Fabrizio tonight, really, so that he could potentially be registered by 12 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, so he can feature in the first round of games. Otherwise, he'll be revealed to the crowd, unveiled on Sunday at Stamford Bridge. That is the plan that Chelsea have. So, guys, the Caicedo deal is heating up. Liverpool trying to come in. Chelsea staying firm. The bid's not gone in yet, but Brighton saying they want a resolution to this tonight. We all want a resolution to this. Go and put your money on the table, Chelsea. Get this deal done. Bring Caicedo home and unveil him on the pitch against Liverpool. You know, it's kind of funny how Liverpool are trying to hijack this. We've got them on Sunday. If you could unveil Caicedo in front of them, it would add a little bit of extra spice there. But that is the latest on the Moises Caicedo deal currently, people. Obviously, an ever-changing situation. But moving from midfielders that Chelsea are trying to get to ones that they have got. And Tyler Adams has joined from Leeds United. We've got the here we go from Fabrizio earlier today, guys. Relegation release clause, £20 million has been activated. He's had the first part of his medical. He'll have the second part of his medical tomorrow. Should be registered in time to potentially be part of the squad and feature on Sunday. Could even start potentially if he's managed to find his, return to fitness and recover from his injury. But I think at 20 million quid, it makes sense. It's a smart signing. It's a good pickup. It's a good squad depth as well. 20 million quid is nothing in this market. Let's be realistic. Without that relegation release clause, he's probably a 40, 50 million pound player in the market the way it is. He's got great defensive attributes. He'll fit in well, 24 years of age, so he's young enough to be part of the long-term project at the club. And he's obviously also got good leadership qualities. He's a United States international. He's the captain of the US men's national team. So that bodes well as well for some additional leadership qualities that we are lacking on the pitch. Let's be perfectly honest, we do lack leaders, so that would be a welcome addition. As I said, his defensive stats are great. He wins a high percentage of his duels, and despite what people say, his passing is quite progressive. And as a rotation option to play in cup games, to start certain league games, it's a really good option. And at 20 million quid, as I said, it's a really, really smart pickup. And there's really not an awful lot to dislike about this. Of course, if the injuries persist, then it could be an issue. But there's very few downsides to this, in my opinion. Yes, I know that people don't think he's good enough for Chelsea, but I believe he is. And, in a squad role, it makes sense. And it's a sort of smart business that people have been crying out for Chelsea to do for a long time, but yet people are then moaning about us doing the smart business. So it doesn't really make sense at all in that regard. So, I'm excited to see how he does. Will he play on Sunday? I don't know. He's going to be registered in time. I don't know if he's fully fit, but Chelsea have signed a midfield player for the first team, and it is Tyler Adams from Leeds United, guys. That is a done deal now. Just waiting for the official confirmation from the clubs, but it's been given the here we go from Fabrizio. Medical virtually done. So yeah, Tyler Adams is going to be another player added to Chelsea's midfield rebuild. Sticking with the midfield though, people, we had a bid rejected Wednesday evening for Romeo Lavia, the Southampton player. £48 million bid rejected. Liverpool obviously had 3 bids rejected. £45 million was their latest offer. Southampton have been holding out for £50 million. That's what they maintain. Now, for me, I think this is Chelsea playing a few transfer games, trying to force Brighton's hand a little bit, showing that, look, if you don't do a Caicedo deal with us, we're prepared to put money on the table for other players, and we've got other targets in mind. I don't know if Chelsea want Lavia, because for me, if the asking price is £50 million and we wanted Lavia, why would you go in with 48? Surely you just pay an extra 2 and you'd go with 50 million quid and get the deal done. So I'm not sure if we're putting pressure on Brighton or what we're doing here with this bid, but it's the plan to get all 3. Who knows? Never rule it out with Todd Boehly, but it makes little sense to me. I think we're maybe playing games with Liverpool. Is Liverpool's move for Caicedo in retaliation to us putting a bid in for Lavia, trying to unsettle one of their targets? I mean, there's so many games, so much chess being played, so many political moves being played in the transfer market around Moises Caicedo, around Romeo Lavia as well. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with this one. But I can't see Chelsea signing Lavia, Adams, and Caicedo. I've maintained it's always 2 from 3. Adams is through the door, and Caicedo looks like he could be on his way as well. Although Liverpool are putting a big spanner in that works. So let's wait and see what happens, guys. But the Lavia news to me seems like a bit of a tactic, in my opinion, because you would just pay the extra 2 million, wouldn't you? It makes no sense to go in at 48 million and not just pay the extra 2 mil to get the bid accepted and to get the player. I think Lavia would like to join Chelsea. He'd also be open to join Liverpool. I think the Joe Shields side of things definitely puts us in a decent position. But yeah, if you really want the player, you would have just paid the extra 2 million. In my view. So let's wait and see how that one unfolds. Let's see if we go in for another bid there. But ultimately, I still feel Lavia to Liverpool, Caicedo to Chelsea is the way that those 2 sagas will unfold. We've also got Kepa reportedly in advanced talks with Bayern Munich over a loan move with an option to buy. Obviously, Chelsea have tried to get rid of Kepa this summer. When they realised they couldn't, they obviously changed their plans and didn't go for a new number 1 because they don't want 2 goalkeepers on first team wages. Kepa on 190k a week is very hard to shift, if we're being totally honest with ourselves. That's why there's been no takers. And look, obviously an opportunity to get rid of Kepa can never be sort of turned down or not given or thorough thought not given to it. I don't think he's as bad as people make out, but we need to upgrade based on what is happening. Based on us winning the major trophies again, we need to upgrade our goalkeeper. But we've got so much to do in the last 4 weeks of the market. It doesn't really make any sense to add finding a goalkeeper on top of that. If there was an obligation to buy, absolutely it makes sense, because you don't know how often that's going to come along. Real Madrid are also looking at Courtois has done his ACL and is going to miss the vast majority of the season. There is so much going on at this point in time. And it's a position I don't think Chelsea were expecting to be in. I've actually always maintained that I think that Robert Sanchez was signed for Chelsea as the long-term number 1. You don't bring a number 2 in and give him a 7-year deal. I've maintained that Robert Sanchez is a number 1 goalkeeper. And if this move does get sanctioned for Kepa, then Chelsea will look to bring in a number 2 and Sanchez will be the number 1. I think that's the way that it's going to work. I would have loved a Manyan, and that could maybe still happen next summer potentially. But I think with the way it's looking, for me, I think Robert Sanchez is going to be the long-term number 1 at Chelsea. And in terms of a deal for Kepa, I just don't feel that a loan with an option makes too much sense. Bayern are unlikely to take that option up, if we're being perfectly honest, depending on how much it is. I think Real Madrid would just go for a straight loan because Courtois would be back the following season. They've got Lunin as a backup. So, yeah, it puts Chelsea in a difficult position because ideally you do want that obligation to buy so that you basically are actually selling him essentially. But the deal's also got to suit us because we don't want to leave ourselves short in the goalkeeping department or go and buy another goalkeeper. And then when Kepa comes back and the buy option's not exercised, we're then stuck with 3 virtual potential #1 goalkeepers. And that leaves you in a very tricky situation as well. So whilst it's attractive to get rid of Kepa, the club have got to do it on their terms, on a deal that suits them, and find a replacement as well, on top of trying to sign 2 midfielders, a centre forward, and an attack-minded midfield player as well. So for me, it doesn't make sense unless there's an obligation, and unless Chelsea have got someone else lined up to come in and fill that space in the squad. So yeah, I mean, guys, there's so much going on. Again, ever-changing news as always. Let's wait and see what happens, people. That has been your Chelsea news update. Make sure you smash a like, guys. Make sure you subscribe to Chelsea Fan TV. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll catch you again in another video soon. Take care, people. Peace out and up the Chelsea.